Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Wednesday the 11th of June 2025. In today's Millwall news, some positive news to start off with. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but it's positive until it isn't. This is from bbc.co.uk, BBC Sport. Talks over Sturge, Millwall switch at advanced stage. Advanced stage. Now this is a stage where, you either have to confirm it or you walk away. So this is probably the most dangerous stage, is the advanced stage. So we have Millwall are in advanced talks to keep Chelsea defender Zak Sturge at the club on a permanent basis. The 20-year-old made a loan move to the Lions in February, with the deal running until the end of the season. He made just 5 league appearances, though the Championship side are keen to sign him. Sturge's Chelsea contract runs until the summer of 2026. Arriving at Stamford Bridge from Brighton in 2023, Sturge has also spent time on loan at Peterborough. Now, there was some speculation that his contract was running out now, this summer. Seemingly, that's not true. There's another year. So this could be, a hefty fee, and that's, advanced stage. That's... Again, what's the fees? What's the wages? What's this? What's that? This is where it could all fall apart. But, he did okay when he came in, didn't he? He did quite well. And especially when he's 20 years old. 20 years old. And he is seemingly of a championship standard. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Obviously, what kind of when you play, you come in. If you come into the team, you play a championship game in the league, and you do okay, you're of a championship standard. Obviously, there are players that can come in that don't do too well. They struggle, bits and pieces. They look kind of, don't look like they're at the level, and you would say, well, they're not of the standard. I think he is of the standard, and you think he's 20 years old. There is an opportunity for him, to improve and get better and become better than just a standard championship player, be a very good championship player, or even an excellent championship player. So, again, interesting that this has come out now on Wednesday the 11th. The transfer window, the little mini transfer window, closed yesterday. We now have to wait till Monday. So this is a long time for this deal to either, be completed or fall apart. Obviously, they could do the agreement before then, and then say it will go for on Monday, or they could wait until Monday and then, I'm sure. Do Chelsea? It's not that he's like he's not a Chelsea youngster in that he was there for so many years and Chelsea feel like they owe him. He's been through the academy, that they need to, if whatever his wishes are, if he wants to go to this club, they should honour it. It's a transaction to them. They probably don't give a shit, or they would want to get as much money as possible. So there could be a thing where they do the deal with Millwall, they get it all agreed, and then they start saying to other clubs that gone. Like, they'll try and find any other club to match the price, but with a little bit more money. Because why would they not? Why would they not? FSP, whatever they call it. The more money they bring in, the more money they can spend. So, we have to wait until it's confirmed. It could be at advanced stage, it could be at no stage. Until it's confirmed, you can't count your eggs until they've hatched, or whatever it says, or whatever the saying is. Now, moving on to this. I told you this the other day, didn't I? I told you. But we've got it confirmed. It happened today. It got announced today. This is southernnews.co.uk. Luton Town announced the signing of Mill midfielder George Saville. He's gone. Obviously, we knew he was going because he said he was leaving, but he has gone to Luton Town. Luton Town have announced that they will sign George Saville when his Millwall contract expires at the end of the month. The 32-year-old made 49 appearances in all competitions for the Lions last season. Saville rejected a contract offer from Millwall, which News at Den understands was on reduced terms, with the midfielder one of the highest paid players in the squad last season. Manager Matt Bloomfield told the club's website, we're really pleased to sign George, not just because of the experience and quality he'll bring, but because he's really enthused about the challenge that lies ahead. He's chosen us over some championship offers, which shows his belief in our club, and that's the type of character we're after. A tactically astute defensive midfielder, and a player that can influence those around him. We're hoping George can help us with his leadership ability and to knit the game together in the middle of the pitch. He's going to be an important component of the squad as we start to mould the group for what we need next season, and I'm extremely happy to have got this first piece of important transfer business over the line already. I don't know if that was... They did sign Cal Naismith the other day, so I don't know if they recorded this or did the interview before then, because this is the second transfer they've done, so poor old Cal Naismith, huh? In his first interview, Saville said, when I first heard it was an option, it was something I was really interested in, and after a few conversations, it became a no-brainer. It's been a tough couple of years for the club, but it's now a chance to correct that. Speaking with the manager and what he wants to do, and it's a chance to build something, create a good atmosphere, and have a good season. I had offers in the Championship, but since the first conversation with the manager, it was clear cut. It fits what I want, and it's an opportunity to achieve something. Yeah, and it's quite at this stage of his career. It's very accessible. From where he lives, I'm not sure if he still lives in the Cobham area or he lives out that way in Surrey. I don't know what you would call it, West Surrey, like Aldershot area. I think he lives out that way, so this is very, like, can you imagine the distances that he would travel every day to come to training at Millwall? It's obviously probably a lot easier for him to drive to Luton, and he keeps the same money, so. There you go. And this one, and another one. I told you about this, and this has been confirmed again. This is from southernnews.co.uk. Former Millwall goalkeeper Liam Roberts joins Mansfield Town. Mansfield Town have signed former Millwall goalkeeper Liam Roberts on a 2-year deal. Confirmed. Millwall entered into contract extension talks with the 30-year-old following the end of the 24-25 campaign, but the two sides were unable to come to an agreement, and Roberts has opted to join the Stags after his contract expired. Roberts joined Millwall last summer as a free agent and made 6 appearances in all competitions for the Lions. Mansfield manager Nigel Clough told the club's website, we needed a first-choice goalkeeper, and we think Liam fits the bill perfectly. He's played against us over the years, and we've been very impressed by him. He has championship experience as well as a lot of experience in League One. He's at a good age, and we're very pleased to have him as our number one. So there you go. Now, would be funny. I'm laughing. You should. This would be funny if Mansfield Town. Obviously, they start in the first round of the FA Cup, but if they got to the third round of the FA Cup and they drew against Crystal Palace, that would be extremely hilarious. We got this from the club, millfc.co.uk, just rounding up the internationals that I've been telling you about, daily at the Daily Mill. Mihajlo Ivanovic played for Serbia's under-21s during the recent June international window. The striker was firstly on the mark in the 2-1 defeat to Bulgaria's under-21, scoring the equaliser early in the second half following a first-half opener from the visitors. It was to be just a consolation for the Serb, however, as Bulgaria scored again 2 minutes later to secure the win from the penalty spot. Ivanovic was then a 62nd minute substitute in a 3-2 loss to Greece's under-21s, the 94th minute winner for the visitors, snatching a draw away from Serbia and taking the win in a friendly. They were both friendlies, by the way. Elsewhere, before his departure from the club, George Saville was a 61st minute substitute for Alex McCann in Northern Ireland's 2-1 loss in Denmark, before playing 68 minutes in Tuesday night's 1-0 win over Iceland, which he started. He assisted Isaac Price's winning goal in the first half. The next international break and first of a 25-26 takes place in September. And I'm sure it's going to be as annoying as it always is. We have a month We start the season, we're going, we play the games, we have a month, and then we have to stop. We have to stop for 15 days for this international break. And it is really annoying. Now, moving on to this again from southwarknews.co.uk. They are obviously published on a Thursday. If you see them in the shops, pick up a copy. And if you don't, you can view digital editions, sign up to their newsletter, all of that good stuff. They've got a bit more, I think, from Alex Neil. So let's read this. A bit between their teeth next year. Millwall boss backs duo to contribute a lot after season-ending injuries. Alex Neil expects Camille Negley and Reece Bangor-Williams to have a bit between their teeth next year after injuries cut their seasons short. Negley, 23, was signed for a club record fee in January but made just 6 appearances in all competitions due to ankle and hamstring injuries. Bangor-Williams, meanwhile, was sidelined after suffering an ankle injury on international duty in March. I hope they got compo for that. I hope they got some compo. The 20-year-old recently signed a new long-term contract with the club. Pointing to players who returned from injury and played key roles last season, Neil believes both will contribute a lot to the next campaign. If you look at a couple of the key performers for us towards the end of the season, we got Billy Mitchell back from injury and he hadn't played for pretty much the first half of the season. He was one of our key performers in the remaining months. We then signed Tristan Kramer, again, another key performer for us. He did brilliantly. We then brought, Josh Coburn back, who again had missed 3 months, and he had some big performances for us as the season developed. So that's only to name a few, and I'm mainly talking about the guys who had previously not been playing due to injury. Or we hadn't signed them at that point. Then, when they did become available, they became some key assets in the team. And I'm fully expecting the likes of Camille, Rahis, and guys like that who maybe didn't feature as much as they would have wanted to at the end of last season through injury, will certainly have a bit between their teeth next year and should contribute a lot to the team. Yes, indeed. I look forward to it. This Negley was looking pretty good at parts. He does like a shot, so maybe can he play up front? And can he play off Ivanovic? I don't know. We'll see. Now, moving on to this. This is a weird one. Right, this is from the esteemed publication Conference News. Yes. Conference-news.co.uk. Right, so 3 new venues join Stadium Experience. Okay. Stadium Experience has expanded its UK network with the addition of 3 new football clubs: Birmingham City, Millwall and Wrexham. This follows a record-breaking year in 2024 when 20 new venues joined the Not-for-Profit Association, an impressive 38% growth, bringing total membership to over 70 stadium venues across the country. Founded in 2002, Stadium Experience is a consortium that promotes stadiums as unique venues for meetings, conferences, exhibitions and events. Members benefit from shared best practices, networking opportunities, joint marketing and participation in the annual Stadium Events and Hospitality Awards, now in its 18th year. The newest members each offer distinctive event spaces. Millwall, the Den in London, boasts 8 flexible event spaces, 32 executive boxes with pitch views and excellent transport links, unless it's a weekend. Its largest space accommodates up to 300 delegates, theatre style, or 220 banquet style. Debbie Rigney, marketing and PR manager for Stadium Experience, said, "We're thrilled to welcome Birmingham, Millwall and Wrexham to the Stadium Experience family. With over 70 clubs now involved, our members are working together to share ideas, support each other and promote stadia as unique and inspiring venues. Stadium Experience continues to welcome inquiries from football, rugby and cricket venues interested in joining its growing community." What? What is this? So it's not for profit. So what does that mean? It's not a charity. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does it mean? Well, this is from their website, stadiumexperience.com. I don't know if you know this. Almost every business has their own website, and you can just go onto it and you can like read what they put up. I mean, it's interesting. So our activities. This is their like about us page. All of that. Stadium Experience is a not-for-profit membership association with over 70 stadium venues. See what our venues say about us. No. They pay an annual subscription to join the team and have access to our activities, which include regular member meetings, public catering meetings, Stadium Experience industry meetings, swap shop. I assume that's not for Panini stickers. Awards recognition. So you're paying to be in an awards event. Agent networking. Exhibitions. Stadium Experience website. This website here. News and jobs. So I guess what you can advertise your jobs on there. You can have job vacancies via the Stadium Experience website. Promotional material. National advertising and media coverage. Newsletter to event buyers. So basically, if someone who wants to host an event, they subscribe to this or they come onto this website, and then they'll it's all collated together, rather than I go to this website, go to Millwall's website, go to Wrexham's website. No, it's all here. So you just come on this website and you search, and it will give you your options, which is that's SEO and blogs, social media support, group discounts, inquiries, support network, lead Stadium Experience, and bad debtor warnings. Now, this could be very handy for Millwall in terms, our history with sponsors. Receive warnings of bad debtors, fraudulent activities experienced by fellow member clubs and uncooperative clients. So, yeah, when you give someone 30 days, 60 days, 90 days to settle their bill, and then 6 months later, you're still waiting to be paid. That's not fun, is it? That's not fun at all. So, shall we have a look and see? I should have pulled this up, but I didn't see that bar at the top. Let's search for Millwall. Is our page already up? It's not loading. It's not. Oh, here we go. Excuse me. It's not on Zampa Road. It's on John Berylson Way. Can you fix that, please? That's disrespectful. It's 2 miles to the nearest hotel. No, it isn't. To the Docklands Hotel in what's it called? Doubletree. There's a Doubletree in Rotherhithe. That's not no way. That's 2 miles away. There's a Travel Lodge in Peckham. I'm sure you wouldn't mind staying there. Deptford Bridge, there's something there. What is it, Premier Inn? Something, I don't know. So yeah, so interesting. They're promoting us, and they've got the details wrong. So fantastic. £45 starting day delegate rate. So you got 300 people. You have to pay £45 per person to have basic food package, I guess, and the space. You rent the space out, and then maybe some basic food or stuff, and then you pay extra on top of that packages. Our stadium is the ideal location for all types of events. Birthday celebrations, anniversary parties, proms, conferences, job fairs, product launches, and wakes. They then boast a wide array of facilities to type all sorts of business events, and have previously been used by companies such as Accenture, Barclays, British Gas, NHS, and Southwark Council. Stadium tours. 2.3 miles to the nearest hotel. Nope. Again, I dispute that. 378 nearby hotel bedrooms. I don't know about that. Free Wi-Fi. Well, that's fantastic. And how do you get to the free Wi-Fi? Because when I go to the games, you can't even get a 4G signal. So Can the fans who buy tickets to go to the game? Can we get some of that free Wi-Fi? Or, in fact, to be honest, I would probably pay. Well, they should give it to season ticket holders. But then here's the thing: if you give the season ticket holders a code to access the Wi-Fi, they would just share the code, and like everyone will be on it. South Bermondsey Overground. Well, it's not the Overground; it's National Rail. Overground is in the context of London. It generally means now, because they have a thing called the Overground, is the orange trains that are run on these these lines that now have stupid names like Windrush and Mild May and some other shit, Weaver, whatever it's called. That was worth the money, wasn't it? Bermondsey Tube Station. Yeah, that. No, is it? Canada Water's closer now. I think it's a toss-up, isn't it, between Bermondsey and Canada Water. I think Canada Water is easier to get to, but Bermondsey probably, as a crow flies, is closer. London City Airport. Yeah, well, I think that's true. So there you go. There you go. This is interesting. Oh, they do have the right address here, though. John Barrelson Way. On the, what is that, Google Maps? Yeah, Google Maps. In terms of what was in yesterday's video, in that the Millwall memorabilia auction, they are now at the moment in the process of revamping the Barry Kitchener stand and the exec lounge. That you got the pictures here. Is the reason why all of this stuff, that some of it is junk to some extent, and some of it is very Millwall coded, it's very specifically Millwall. Are they removing the Millwall stuff from the exec lounge to make it boring, to make it bland, to make it so that if you blindfolded someone, led them up there, put them in there, took the blindfold off, told them to look around and tell you where you were, that they wouldn't be able to know? Like, are these carpets gone? They haven't auctioned them, but you would imagine, like, are they getting rid of the carpet? They're getting rid of the chairs that have the little Millwall logo in. Are they getting rid of all of this Millwall stuff so that the spaces that they want to sell for people to have their birthdays, their anniversaries, their proms, their conferences, to take away the Millwall from that area and make it bland and boring and plain, so that people who aren't Millwall fans, because obviously if you're a Millwall fan, you would probably love to have some kind of event here if you could afford it. But if you're not a Millwall fan, to go there and to have just all this Millwall stuff is probably a bit jarring. So is this why they're getting rid of all the Millwall stuff? Is this the reason for the sale? They're trying to sell this space as an event space, and they've probably heard, like, if maybe they do feedbacks and said, yeah, it was nice, but like, it's a bit weird having all the Millwall stuff around. It's like, yeah, it's at Millwall Football Club. What did you expect? But yeah, this is, again, look, you can see here, look, they've got the sign on the chairman's suite. There's nothing Millwall there. Look, is there? That's the only thing that maybe that's Millwall about is blue and white. But that could be anything, Just a choice. There's no Mill memorabilia anywhere. Nothing on the walls. No pictures of any former players of that. Yeah. It doesn't matter. They don't want it. They wanna sell it. They want to sell the space, and it's easier to do it without. Look, here's the pictures. You see the pictures on the wall? The writing? All gone. Up for sale, up for auction. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I hope this all works out. Now, we're going to finish the video today by looking at the latest transfers, which you will see some Millwall names on there. George Saville. They haven't announced that the Liam Roberts one isn't on here yet. BBC a bit lacking. When was it updated? This morning, 9 o'clock. Yeah. So today, obviously, they're announced today. Can't go through today. The window's closed. George Saville going from Mill to Luton. We've got this guy here, E.G. Ukaki. Sheffield United signed him from Botev Plovdiv. That name is interesting. Look at that name. What do you think? Two choices. It's either a Nigerian or a Japanese. Nigerian, Japanese. Could go either way. It's a Nigerian. Hiji Ukaki. Yeah. And then, yesterday's Blackburn have signed someone from KF Quartet. I told you about that yesterday. Look, Cal Naismith signed for Luton, so it's kind of weird when their manager said that George Saville was their first signing. So yeah, there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.